Friends, things are very bad in the Philippines. Today I'm coming to you from Manila, Philippines, in the greater Philippine area. My shirts are wrinkled. My nails are too long. I had to cut them myself. My foot spa is just indefinitely canceled every week. My haircut, the outcome for that doesn't look good. And my housekeeper is missing. My assistant can't leave her house. I am alone, trapped, and for the first 3 days, I couldn't find significant or sufficient foods. It took me 3 hours on one day. I found someone who would make me some sandwich. The next day, it took me 2 hours to find food and water. And in doing so, I was quite disappointed in the Philippine hospitality, let's just say. Nevertheless, I managed to survive those 3 days. And KFC in my local community has just decided to open. The president has ordered a lockdown, as he calls it. What that means is no one should be moving about during the day unless they have essential travel. And no one at all should be moving about at night. Public transportation is all shut down. Taxis, Grab. I gave up my driver years ago. So this is a real problem. Food deliveries. I ordered food from KFC before the one that opened here locally. And they told me they would deliver my meal. They took my money and queued me in for a March 27th delivery. What kind of nonsense is that? I'm, expecting it in 45 minutes and they want to take days. So I never got my money back. Try to get money back in the Philippines. It's hopeless. I sent a message to ANA Airlines about my business class ticket and asked if they could facilitate my return. Anytime they could. After 3 days and multiple emails to my supposed high-level contacts in the Los Angeles International Airport Management System of ANA Airlines, they sent me a message back saying I must physically go to the airport in Manila to rebook, then leave, then go back on the flight that might be available. There is one available on April 5. She warned me in that email that they will likely be canceling many more flights. The American State Department has left me high and dry. I won't even tell you about that email, despite their invitation to communicate with them. So, I am trapped here in the Philippines. My pending return is that, just still pending. I don't know what returning does if Governor Galvin Newsom is taking his marching orders from President Duarte of the Philippines. So it may be better to just stay here. Although I do have a car in Los Angeles and can choose to violate any particular law I want without getting deported, so to speak. So I am not a happy camper. My lifestyle here has been impinged beyond imagination. When I get to the Philippines, I eat 14 meals out a week. I go to the finest dining establishments there are. I enjoy spending 2 meals a day in fine restaurants, American, and I don't eat Filipino food. I eat American food, and I am already frustrated with the lack of quality. I have to eat at Friday's restaurant, Chili's restaurant, Applebee's restaurant, some local Philippine-American type establishments like 8 Cut, fabulous chicken wings, Chef Jesse, a real gourmet spot in my new neighborhood of Rockwell. But I am besides myself. I've had 1 meal a day since the crisis evolved to where it's at about 4 or 5 days ago. There is no end in sight. I have had no interaction with anybody but the guards and the staff in my building, who seem by all measure to be sleeping there and spending the night there. I've offered several of them to shower in my place. It's the end may be near, as I have said on my Facebook post. I am the first time doing a video Facebook thing. I might put this on YouTube. I don't know. But what I do know is you get one meal a day. You do some walking to exercise. I'll tell you something, though. There is some good news. I have lost a lot of weight. I was slightly overweight due to my dessert dietary habits in Los Angeles. And believe it or not, one meal a day of KFC, which I will post a picture of soon, probably helps out both the calorie and fat contents, because it is, after all, only one meal. I managed to buy some bread, peanut butter, and jelly, so I have and the Filipino bread. I don't know. They don't use essential ingredients to make bread properly. Over the years, I've had bread here from restaurants to supermarkets. There is no bread that's really bread. I'm not sure what it is, but nevertheless, I got peanut butter and jelly, and I am snacking on it in the evening. I have to hunt every day for water. I have in my place no stove, no oven, no rice cooker, no microwave, no can opener. I live like a vacationer. Now, for a while, one of the local hotels was feeding me. When I say a while, 2 days. Well, they were feeding me before that, but 2 days within the crisis period, when they informed me they would no longer be serving me any more meals because the chef had to go home. And this is a 5-star operation. They're not even serving meals any longer to their guests. For a few days, they were continuing to serve breakfast because of the breakfast package to their guests. Now they're just crediting accounts. I was going to check into the Shangri-La, but that wouldn't solve my problem. Even though I had lived there 5 years in room 852, they can't accommodate my food issues. They never could, even when I lived there. I mean, they can't even make spaghetti bolognese. Anyway, I am terribly frustrated. I can't yet, although I just embarked on it today, to try to find a ride to the airport. Money doesn't seem to solve problems any longer. You know, in the Philippines, you could always hand someone 1,000 pesos and, gosh, 2 days' wages, it solves any problem you might have. And even if you don't need to do it, you do it because you want to be gracious to people and you have the ability to help and change lives. And but in the meantime, that doesn't help me at all. So I am bewildered by this worldwide epidemic that is causing panic here. The panic is significant. I can see in Los Angeles and in California and around America, the panic is different. People are becoming confrontational, and the supply chain is interrupted. Here in the Philippines, the supply chain seems to be okay. I can see, because there's no traffic, that the food delivery in the markets are there. The lines are quite long. I snuck in the other day. But if you've ever seen a Philippine market, even at the best of them, the Rustin's market, the food products, first of all, I have to confine myself to food products that don't have to be cooked. And they don't have frozen foods like we do in America. But even if they did, I couldn't cook them. I can't buy a microwave. Those stores are closed. The only stores open are food stores in limited hours. And the food is a problem. I'm speechless to describe it because I want to avoid all the hate messages on this video. I'm wondering if I should go home or not, and ultimately can I, if I make that decision. I vacation in the Philippines 124 days a month. It's a particularly bad time because normally I would have my girlfriend by my side, but I broke with her on the first or second day that I was here because she loves me, I love her, she'll likely marry me, but she won't go to America. She's not ready yet. That's what she said. Well, I can't wait for that, so I terminated. I've seen that story before, you know. Life is very good in the Philippines if you have some money. Why would you want to go to America? I get it. I wish I could stay here. The problem with not the problem I have is I have a company in America. I have things to generate income there. I don't have things that generate income here. I do get a lifetime check from the California government for my high-level government service, but you know, it's better than a poke in the eye, but it's not going to keep me going indefinitely. It's just a nice supplement. So I have to continue to find revenue, which I'm very successful at, I might add. But that is in America, not the Philippines. The one time, well, I've tried several times actually to make money here in many significant ways. And the one time that I was successful, I had a dispute with my partners. They wanted to reinvest the income. I wanted to take the income and spend it. I'm not a businessman. I'm not an investor. If I create a business that has income, I want to use it. Well, I ended that fast. So, Filipinos can't even make money here. 80% of the country, almost 80%, is completely unemployed. The 10 or 15 or 20% that have a job get paid under $12 a day. And the 4.5% rich are so massively rich, they're so wealthy, they match our 1%, our less than 1%. You know, the rich in America have economic insignificance, virtual political insignificance, I think, the individual rich. I'm not talking about corporate rich. And in this country, 4.5% is a significant amount of rich people. And they seem to be able to buy their way out of anything. But they have created a slave class in this country that just abide. They call this a third world country, but in fact, this country has nothing in common with the third world countries that are on the known third world list, because this country is rich. It has lots of money, lots of revenue at, 60, 80, and 40 pesos at a time from the masses of 100 million poor almost 100 million poor Filipinos. Because we certainly know the rich are not paying their fair share. But I didn't mean to get on a political rant. What I did mean to say is the President of the Philippines is a good man. And I think he's the best president that has ever existed for the Philippines. But he can only do so much. And I want to say thank you to him, and thank you to the Philippine people, particularly the nice lady who helped me with a sandwich the other day. I am signing off for now, but you have my update. God bless. The end is near.